Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make DT fuel, which is a component that you need to start or ignite your Mekanism Fusion Reactor. This tutorial is part of a series on how to build and fuel a Mekanism Fusion Reactor, so you will find other tutorials on how to make the other fuels and build the actual reactor down in the description of this tutorial as well. Now, DT fuel doesn't have a lot of uses, but it is very important and required to get that reactor up and running. Now, if you find this video helpful and you like it, please be sure to click like, but most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button so that way you can hang out and see all my videos and tutorials as they come out. All right. So this is building upon a couple other component videos that I've made now, how to make tritium and how to make deuterium. We're going to be doing both of those and combining it to making the DT fuel. First thing we'll need here is a solar neutron activator, which is 3 bronze ingots, 2 elite control circuits, 2 reinforced alloy, steel casing, and an HDPE sheet. Next, we'll need a chemical oxidizer. That's going to be 4 enriched alloy, 2 basic control circuits, a personal chest, a dynamic tank, and a basic gas tank. We're going to need an electrolytic separator, which is 4 iron ingots, 2 redstone, 2 enriched alloy, and an electrolytic core. We're going to need an electric pump, 3 osmium ingots, 2 enriched alloy, steel casing, and a bucket. We're going to need a filter upgrade, which is 2 pieces of glass, 2 enriched alloy, pulverized tin. Lastly, we're going to need a chemical infuser, which is 4 enriched alloy, 2 basic control circuits, 2 basic gas tanks, and a dynamic tank. Okay. Now for this build as well, we are going to be using cyclic energy extraction cables and energy cables. I'll be using Mekanism basic pressurized tubes. As my power source, I'm going to be using just a creative energy battery. Multiple of these machines do require RF power, so any RF power source you'd like to use will work. Solar to other reactors, any of the generators, as long as it produces RF power, it's going to work for you. And then lastly, as part of this process, we are going to need some lithium dust. You can get lithium dust by taking lithium ingots and putting them inside of a crusher, a crushing factory, or in a manufactory. All of those will give you lithium dust. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with that last component we talked about, and that's our chemical infuser. Okay, grab one. So our chemical infuser is, when you drop down like this, you'll see that it has a spot on the left, on the right, the front, and one on the back. The one on the back is going to be its power source. What this does is combine 2 different fuels into another fuel. You can do that in a couple different ways. If you have a tank of the fuel you'd like, you can place it in here on the minus and it will pull it out of that tank. On this side, it will do the same. You can also put a tank here in the plus sign and it will pull any of that final product out, or you can run it out directly out the front. You can also pump it in through the left, we'll fill up the left side, pump it in the right, we'll fill up the right side. Okay, got that. We are going to wait on that for a few minutes. So we're going to start by putting together the basic process of making tritium. Okay? The tritium is one of the fuels we're going to need to make DT fuel. Okay? So I'm going to start by placing my chemical oxidizer. I'm going to provide it power, creative battery, and the energy extraction cable. See, it has power down there. I'm going to put a basic pressurized tube on this side of it. And then I'm going to place the solar neutron activator on top of it. Now, as you can see, it's nighttime. That's not going to work because solar neutron activator needs daytime. So, again, I'm going to go ahead and make it day. If I could spell it correctly. There we are. So the daylight is arising. So this component needs power. This one does not. Solar powers everything, which means it's not working during the day. and it will not work if there's something above it blocking sunlight. Okay. The last component we're going to put here is going to be our basic pressurized tube. So this is going to make tritium for us. And it's going to do that out of that lithium dust that we have. We're going to take our chemical oxidizer. Go ahead and hang on to that. And then we'll grab a little bit of this lithium dust. Now we put lithium dust inside our chemical oxidizer. That's going to start making liquid lithium. That will go into our solar neutron activator, and that is going to turn that into tritium, which is going into this basic tube ready to move into the next machine. And that is going to be our chemical infuser. I'm just going to set one of these down here so I can set another one on top. Just to be easy. And then now if we look inside, tritium is filling up on the right-hand side. Now, we know that this machine needs power as well. I'm going to go ahead and set power here. Now it has power, and it's getting tritium from this process, taking the lithium into liquid lithium into tritium. So that's the first of our 2 fuels we need to make DT fuel. Okay? Let's go in here and get rid of those machines, and instead we're going to grab our electrolytic separator, our electric pump. We're going to grab our filter, and we're going to grab ourselves a bucket of water. Okay, so on this side, right, we're going to have the next fuel come in. So we're going to need to add our electrolytic separator. Okay, there's our electrolytic separator. Now you'll notice I was facing this direction when I put that down, and that's because this is the front of this machine, and this is the front of this machine. It has to be set that way for a very important reason. The electrolytic separator takes water or heavy water, and it separates it into 2 different products. And the product on the left comes out the left side, the product on the right comes out the right side. We need the product that's going to be on the left. So I have to have this coming out the left-hand side here so it can come inside of here. Now, it'll need power. We're going to deal with that in the settings in here in just a few minutes. This is going to need, underneath of it, an electric pump. Okay? The electric pump is what's going to pull water, except turn it into heavy water, and pull that up inside our electrolytic separators. Empty now, and it also needs power. So we're going to open, well, first of all, we're going to grab ourselves the filter upgrade. This. We're going to go ahead and open this up, open up upgrades, and put in the filter upgrade. It's imperative that you do that before you put water underneath of it. If you don't, it's going to start pulling up regular water and not heavy water, which is what we need. So both of these machines need RF power. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to set that up. Ourselves an energy extraction cable. You can see that it now has power. And then we'll take a regular cable and set that on top. And now this has power as well. Next thing we need is we need some water. So we're going to take water underneath. We'll fill that up here. Because we put the filter upgrade in there, it's not going to be pulling out regular water. It's going to be pulling up heavy water. And that is going to create oxygen here, and it's going to create deuterium here. Now, it says empty because that's already coming out the side over here. And if we look inside, we have tritium and now deuterium coming in, and those 2 components are making our DT fuel. So this, again, is going at a relatively slow rate. I would recommend putting speed upgrades inside of your electric pump. You can do the same thing in your electrolytic separator. Now, in your electrolytic separator, it's also making oxygen, as I mentioned. Now, you probably don't need that for this process. If you need it, then that's fine. You can run oxygen out this side, put it into tanks, put it wherever you need. But if you don't need oxygen, you're going to want to go ahead here to the idle, and you're going to want to change it to either dumping excess, which means once it gets full, all the rest is just destroyed, or turn it to dumping, which just destroys everything. Either one will work, but if you don't do one of those 2, when this side fills up, this machine will stop processing because it'll be full. We need this to keep running pretty much permanently for whatever it is we're making. So we'll go ahead and void that out, or at least have it draining out in a different direction. So not too many components to put this together, but it does have to kind of go in a certain way in order to make it work. A little bit more lithium here. And we'll put that in there. You can see that lithium being turned into tritium, it doesn't take a whole lot. Tritium builds up here pretty quickly. Our heavy water is pulling out our deuterium, and together we're getting DT fuel. Now, as I said, you can put a tank in here or storage item that will pull out DT fuel. Or for the situation that you're making this for the fusion reactor, you can place your whole room right in here, and it will fill that device. And the whole room is what you use to, one of the components you use to get your fusion reactor up and running. So this will provide you DT fuel. Doesn't have a lot of uses, but it is important when it is needed. And then again, we have a review again on how to make liquid tritium, how to make tritium, and how to make deuterium. All right. So that's going to give you that fuel to be able to initiate the startup of your Mekanism Fusion Reactor. Again, you'll find tutorials on how to make the other side fuels, if you'd like a little more detail on that, down in the description section of this stream, as well as the tutorial showing how to build the actual reactor and get it started. So that reactor is really great. Hopefully you find this helpful. Give it a shot. Let me know how it works out for you. I'd love to see what you think of it. But that is going to do us for today. Now, if you have any questions about this tutorial, put them down in the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you as quickly as I possibly can. As well as if you have any recommendations or suggestions for other tutorials you'd like to see in Sky Factory 4, I'm always looking for new ideas. You can also come to any of my live streams. I stream here on YouTube every Sunday and Monday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And most of the rest of the week, I'm over on my Twitch channel, which is also called Onlydraven Gaming, but all one word, no space or underscore in the middle. Even if I'm not streaming YouTube or Minecraft, I'm happy to answer Minecraft questions if I can. And if I'm playing Minecraft, sometimes we can jump right in and figure out the answers you need together. You can also go to my website, onlydraven.com. The bottom of the homepage is a place you can submit questions or feedback or recommendations via email. And on that same page, you'll also find my streaming schedule telling you what days and times I'm on which site, as well as links to social medias, the ODG store, and stuff like that. Great resource for stuff. But that is going to do us for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.